right. Let's go ahead and hit the 30-second counter. All right, peace to the family. Let's go ahead and get this thing started, man. I'm gonna go ahead and since I got this in order, get my banners on. All right, so I'm gonna start with the introductions. Then we're gonna go ahead and dive deep into this real quick. I'm gonna try something new as well, man. I might start doing this. I might start doing like the Power of Ownership podcast the night before, and doing like a long show, like on some and then do the panel like the next day. So or like do it Sunday and then Tuesday. So might experiment with that because this one of them shows that's gonna be probably need to talk about this 3 hours, but I'm gonna condense this to try to like 30, 45 minutes real quick. But so let's go ahead and get started. My name is Brandon B. Dixon, NMLS 1541210. It's at Billionaire Loan Officer on all social media. Also, you go to the YouTube at Billionaire Loan Officer, like, subscribe, comment, tell a friend to tell a friend. Man, I was looking at a couple of older shows this weekend, man. It was good content, man. It'd be good content. So, man, y'all need to go back and check it out. Check out some of the older shows. Show is going on 7 years running now. So, got some good footage, man. Go to my website, www.applywithb.com if you want to book me for a consultation or if you want to talk to me about joining the team. We're looking for realtors and LOs. Also, if you want to start a mortgage application, go to my website, www.applywithb.com. You call me 832-775-8357. Call me 24/7. www.brandonbdixon.com if on a luxury realtor tip, if you want to lease, you want to buy, you want to sell, you want to finance, whatever. Go to cocinvestmentclub.com if you want to join our investment club. You want to mitigate your risk as well. And I thought I had one more, but that's it. CJ, I'll let you go ahead and run it.
All right. What's up, everybody? CJ, the Realtor Broker, owner of Greenwood Realty Group. Follow me on social media at CJ Sales Texas. That is CJSELLSTX. Also, hit up the website greenwoodrealtytx.com if you want more information on what we offer, who we are. If you're a seller, buyer, or agent, go on there and we got all the information for you. Also, the YouTube channel, CJ the Realtor, where we do not just our Home Tours Lux Edition, we also do local business owner highlights and some other good information on there. So go on there, check it out, and give me a subscribe, like, share, all that good stuff. And then, of course, we give back with our mentorship program, the Mansa Academy. And if you want more information on that, check out themansaacademy.org.
Gotcha. All right, so let's go ahead and get this started, man. Again, don't forget, we'll read all the comments live on the air. So go ahead and hit the comment section. And then go ahead and follow us on all the social media as well. But let's go ahead and get this started, man. I wanted to do this. This is one of those topics I wanted to do this Sunday, but I got tied up, got busy. But we're probably gonna, run as much as we can tonight. But it's one of those subjects that kind of I want to dive deep into. But what kind of inspired it, kicked it off, was this Kenny Smith meme or a reel, what you want to call it. And it was we'll watch it here shortly, but it was about Kenny Smith, his college coach. He was had a conversation with his college coach, and just in a casual conversation, asking him like, what do you want to do with your life? He's like, yeah, man, I want to go pro. And he's like, yeah, for real? Like, I didn't think you want to go pro because you don't work hard. And so it struck him like, yeah, like damn, like, he wasn't, using it to motivate him or nothing like that. He was just, saying in the casual conversation. So it's like, yeah, he didn't know his coach thought of him like that way, so he took it to the next level that next year, his senior year, and then did everything extra. And from there, he made it pro. He got drafted. Forgot what round, second round, is first round or second round? Forgot.
I don't even remember.
Yes, but and he became all pro, and now he's is Hall of Fame as well.
Mm-hmm.
So he just that, yeah, and he's Hall of Fame. So, and I've been watching a couple other things. I don't want to turn this into a political show, but I was watching a lot of what's going on, because that's the talk of the day, is like about what's called DEI hires, about get people get positions and stuff and not really working hard at it and just getting handed stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Just because of groups of identity and stuff like that. So like, I just had a thought, like, man, do you really work hard? A lot of people cap, like, do people really know what working hard mean, or they just have hard work? Some people just have hard work, like, but do you really work hard at it?
Yeah.
It's a difference between working hard and hard work. So it's like working hard, and a lot of people are capped with it. They say that they work hard, but they really don't work hard. A lot of people just do enough to get by, man. And especially with jobs and corporate jobs, if you hourly or salary, most people milk it. You know what I mean? And most people don't work hard at anything except trying to relax and go on vacation. So
like Marshawn Lynch, I'm here so I won't get fined.
Right, but a lot of people just don't work hard at their craft, and it shows, like when time time crunch, when the economy crunch like it is right now, it shows. It shows when times of crisis. So I want to kind of dive deep into that. Most people don't work hard, and I don't even think people know what working hard means. So let's watch the Kenny Smith meme, and let's go into a little bit in depth, because I want to slow cook this thing, man. This is monumental right there, man.
Yeah, I haven't watched this one yet, so we all gonna react real time.
From not being recruited as a junior, I didn't have one scholarship offer, to being the top 5 player in the country my senior year.
How so,
6
man?
month work ethic. My high school coach, he goes, "Hey, Kenny, what do you want to do in life? Because you cared about me." I'm like, "I want to be an NBA player." He goes, "Oh, I didn't know that, because you don't work hard enough."
Oh, wow.
But he said it so casually that I knew he was serious and he wasn't trying to motivate me. And so that summer, I just did the ordinary things extra, instead of taking the elevator or ran up the stairs when I went home. So you do that 4 times a day, and then you do your work. I just did extra things that were ordinary. And so I went from there, no scholarships, junior year, to after the end of my senior year, I was first team All-American, McDonald's All-American, and every school in the country asked me to go to their school. I went from not being recruited.
Right. So I'll let you go ahead and react to it. And then, yeah.
And that's what we talk about, like, as entrepreneurs, business owners. It's a mindset. And you got to turn the switch on if you're going to, like, excel out here. Like, you can do what everybody else is doing and be mediocre, or if you want to excel, you got to do something different. You got to go be extraordinary with it. Right. Not saying that you got to do something different, but you got to do what you do well.
Right. Well, you got to do extra stuff. What he's saying.
Yeah. He didn't do anything like out of the ordinary, but the things that he did, he did it well. He went above and beyond.
Right. Hold on a second. I'm sending you something as well. We have posted this in the next internal Facebook as well. I want to get people to get a visual of this right here. In fact, they might have took it down. But I'll describe it. It's more the visual, more powerful. But I used to. This is stuff I used to do 7 years ago. But it was a young black dude that just getting into the business, and he had a Nexus shirt on, and he was going in the neighborhood with his backpack and his flyers, I guess, I don't know, and his jug of water, and I guess it's in Arizona, so it's 110-degree heat out there, and he going door to door, and I guess like the ring caught like him on surveillance, right? And so the competition snapped the picture, and they put it on like their Facebook, and like, man, look at these bum Nexus dudes. They out there going door to door. They must be starving. So the CEO of Nexus posted it on Facebook group, like, man, look, the dude that's saying this, I wouldn't even hire. Like, man, I bravo to this guy. This guy need a raise because he's out there hustling, doing whatever it takes to get business. And I used to do the same thing when I first started. I don't know if you remember, the Power of Ownership started as a newsletter before it became a podcast. I used to write the newsletter, and I used to go to apartment complexes and put them on doors, and then that's how I generate, put thousands. I used to print up thousands a week and go hit, a couple of apartment complexes, with 500 doors, so on a Saturday or Sunday, boom, I have 1,000 doors that I hit. By the Monday or Tuesday, I have about 5 to 10 calls. You know what I mean? That was just the number I had, but it was better than sitting there twiddling my thumbs waiting for something to come to me.
Yep. And just like they showed a video interview with Kobe where he was talking about, the average player gets up and starts training at about 8 in the morning.
Right.
He gets up at 5 every day.
Right. That extra 3 hours.
He got a 3-hour head start, and then he's talking about every day is compounded. He was like, as I continue to do it, they'll never be able to catch up.
Right. So a lot of people don't have that mentality. That a lot of people want stuff handed to them. They want freebies. They want handouts. They think they deserve everything. Mm-hmm. You deserve what everybody else has. You think you watch everybody else Instagram. You think you deserve that type of lifestyle just because you're you. And you don't realize that people work hard. That's the difference between them and you. It's the not the hard work. It's actually working hard. Because all work is hard, right? You know what I mean? That's subjective.
Right. But you could be on the track and run in place and run real hard.
Right. Exactly.
And not go anywhere.
So there's a difference between hard work and working hard. So that's the difference. Like, a lot of people don't understand that everything is hard work. Yeah, real estate is hard work. Yeah, your job could be hard work, but are you working hard at it?
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
Are you working to perfect your craft?
Right. So that's the difference. That's the difference between billionaires and millionaires and common folk. It's what are you working on? And what are your goals? Let's run that tape clip next, and we're gonna go ahead and slow cook this thing.
Here's something most depressed people don't understand. Nobody gives a fuck. We all have our own problems. We all have our own issues. Nobody cares. You think being depressed and you can walk around and tell everyone, I'm depressed, I'm sad, and people are going to care. Nobody cares. They might pretend to care for a few seconds if they're a particularly nice person. But in general, nobody cares about you or your life besides you. And if you're not going to get up and work hard and go and try and get a Ferrari yourself, nobody's getting up every day and going to work every day to try and buy a Ferrari to give it to you. Nobody. Because I'll tell you something. Most depressed people don't.
Yeah, Tate, one of my top 5 good motivators, man. Tate, the reason I like Tate is because he just tell it like it is. He don't sugarcoat. That's what we need, that masculinity, man. This participation trophy. Everybody's a winner. Don't hurt any feelings.
Don't real life.
Yeah, it's not realistic. Everybody wants a Ferrari. Everything. Elite stunt like you. They save the $5,000 that you got for your bonus and rent a Ferrari for the weekend, and then take a bunch of Instagram pictures and make it look like I got a Ferrari type thing. Get it on Toro. So, but is a difference in levels of actually owning a Ferrari. People don't get it. Just like, you know, with the Range Rover, it's a difference, you know, the maintenance on it. You get a Ferrari or one of the top end high end vehicles, the maintenance is not the same.
Yep.
You know, the maintenance is like, you know, a note. You know what I mean? A Ferrari, the oil chain is what, like $1,500, $2,500, right? Something to that effect. You know, so it's different levels, man. Like you gotta be on a different tax bracket, a different level, in order to get those type of luxuries. So your work ethic and your business have to be mean. This is not for the average Joe, you know. And that's, I think, what happens with Instagram and social media. Everybody think it's accessible and it's easy that they can play some video games, create some content. You know, you got the hot tool. You know, you know what I'm saying? You create a meme and you get hot. Then all of a sudden you can live that lifestyle. So now it's got everybody trying to create these viral moments, you know, to try to, you know, shortcut the process. So
Right.
It's almost like a record deal. That's the new record deal. You know, like it was in the early 2000s, everybody wanted to be rappers. And, you know, so now everybody trying to podcast, trying to go viral and trying to, you know, get that magical bean.
Yeah,
You know?
TJ said oil change for a Lambo is $3,500.
Right. Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, up there.
Right. Yeah, I'll put that. Yeah. So yeah, no doubt. It's definitely up there. So it's definitely a couple of notes, you know what I mean, or a note, you know. So
Right.
you know, but yeah, it's a different level. It's a different level. So most people don't understand the type of work that it takes to put in to get to that next level.
Right.
You know, so I'll let you go ahead and react to that. I don't want to hog up that whole thing, but I don't want to get in my high horse.
Nah, I mean, it all boils down to, like you said, nobody's gonna get up, go to work, drive past a Ferrari dealership to get you one.
Right.
Like, if you want it, you got to go get it, and you need to know what it takes to get it, and then put in that work.
Right.
Nothing's gonna be handed to you, no matter how many. Like we were talking about participation trophy, as many as you got as a kid. Once you get to this real world, nobody cares.
Right.
You got to get it for yourself. And I even take that like whole mindset, like even when I'm working out, like I don't even want a spot. It's like if I can't get it, then I ain't supposed to get it.
Right.
Like nobody coming to save you.
Right. Let me ask you this. Let me pivot before we go to the next. Why do you think is it that they don't know, or are they hoping and wishing for like the magical bean or whatever? Why do you think people understand? If they do, what do you think, they don't understand, or if they do understand, why they're not doing it? Because you know certain activities are not going to lead to that Ferrari. So you come home and go to work. Come home and go to work. Come home, go to work. That routine. What are you doing extra to get that Ferrari?
Man, I think it boils down to, like they were talking about, hard times create strong men create weak times. I mean, easy times create weak men, and then it just goes in a cyclical thing. And it's like, you know, one thing that we did, you know, we had a rough coming up, was like, I don't want my kids to go through that. So we made things easy for our kids.
Mm-hmm.
And so in doing that, a lot of times they don't know what it means to work hard to achieve something, because they got a lot of it just handed to them. So you go through that as a child, it's going to also take you into adulthood with that same mindset. And it's like, oh, this ain't really how life or the world works. Like, I can't rely on my parents to just give me everything and then go into the real world and think that somebody else is going to do the same thing. It's not happening.
Right. So, I mean, why do you think some adults die still living in delusion, still living in a dreamland? That they think they're going to either hit the lottery, they think you know, this month going to be the month, but you're doing the same activities. Like, how is it going to change?
I think, you know, it's a lack of understanding for a lot of people, lack of education. Like, even from Like, I'm not really religious, but from a religious standpoint, a lot of people say I got faith that it's gonna happen, but then they don't realize it's faith and the works. Nobody remembers the works part.
Right.
So you gotta have that faith, and then you also gotta do something to get what you want. And so it's a disconnect somewhere. I don't know where, but it's a disconnect somewhere for a lot of people.
Yeah, it just amazes me. A lot of people, they say they want a lot of stuff, but the activities, and it goes back to one of these shows that we did a while back when I was saying that, hey, if you want to make this painting in color, but you still using pencil, do you really want to make it in color? You know, because that's the whole thing. Is like I think either they don't. What do you think? They don't know, or they know and just refuse to do anything about it? What's the?
I don't know the numbers. Like
Right.
it's probably both.
Right.
But
TJ said Warren Buffett said if you don't find a way to make money in your sleep, you work until your day you die.
That's
Yeah,
real.
yeah.
That's one thing we talk about is trading time for money.
Right. Well, a lot of people think that, and we had said this on a show before as well, think that education and jobs is a safe place, a safety net. And that's what I think.
We seeing this the jobs reports and all that is showing us that ain't the case.
Right.
And it's like we trade time for money because a lot of us are entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, where we're doing everything and we don't have a team or a staff or support to kind of offload some of the things that we do. So everything's on our shoulders. So what happens when you get sick or you go down, you get hurt, you can't do it, like whatever you've been doing, then everything shuts down.
Right.
So you got to put a system in place that's going to be able to reproduce and repeat what you've been doing without you being there.
Well, most people, just on a worker tip, they, been sold that dream, like, all right, I work and then, I get a job and then some kind of way, I'm gonna retire.
Yeah, that don't exist no more.
Yeah. So
like when the last time you heard somebody working for a company 30 something years and retire and getting pensions and retirement and all that?
Well, I was watching a Nate Jackson video, and he was picking on somebody in the crowd, and the guy just had spent like 30 years with the Metro bus, and they said they gave him a handshake.
Oh yeah, I saw that one. I saw that one.
Yeah, so
didn't
like,
get nothing.
Didn't get nothing from so 30 years of your life. So it's like that. I think that bird is flown. I think we kind of waking up on that, but now we're in this like weird limbo where, all right, we don't really want to work a job either, or even work hard at, doing your own thing. So you just got a bunch of people that's trying to go viral.
Yeah, and it's like we work, we use the prime years to put in all that work, especially if we're W-2 working for somebody else,
right?
Just so we can enjoy life at the end of our years, where all the energy spent, and now we're old, and now we want to enjoy life.
But at least our parents and them had that stability of the job. It's like the cats coming out after us, the Zillennials, they don't even want to do that. So it's like that bird's not flying anymore. But they got wise on 30, 40 years. So now they don't want to work. So now there's a bunch of people that's this unskilled labor. So you don't have the education, or you got a BS mass communication degree or whatever.
Or you got a mixtape.
Yeah, you got a sociology degree. And so basically you're unskilled, you try to work your way up, or you bouncing from job to job. It's sales job to sales job, or clerk job to clerk job. So it's like nobody really staying 30 years anymore. A lot of the manufacturing jobs are gone.
So
it's like there is no like pension like that anymore, unless you're like a cop or you work for the government or something to that effect. So it's like
Yeah, and that's
Um,
what Kevin Samuel was talking about. You got to have some high income producing skills.
high income producing skills, like to actually. But even with the people with the high income producing skills, a lot of people don't work hard. Still, they get the
Mhm.
job and still kind of loaf on the job. So it's like,
And nowadays with everything getting outdated as far as technology, shoot, and you can't just have high income producer skills now. You got to see what that's going to look like 5, 10, 15 years from now. Because with AI and all other technology, you can be, timed out, replaced in a minute now.
right. Let's go ahead to the next one because I got something on that effect. I think I sent you the one
Which
about
one?
the one with the $1 million. Showing you how long the top 5 cities of $1 million will dissipate, and then the top 5 that'll last. So you run that one. That's a good segue.
Here's how much $1 million will last you in every state. If you've ever thought about retiring, this is for you. Here are the top 5 states where your money will last you the shortest amount of time. Coming in at number 5, no surprise here, New York, $1 million will get you about 13 years and 8 months. Remember, New York, the state. Coming in at number 4, also not a surprise, California, $1 million will last you about 12 years and 8 months. DC, 11 years, 10 months. Massachusetts coming in at number 2. I didn't know this. 11 years, 8 months. And coming in at number 1 is Hawaii, which $1 million would get you about 9 years and 7 months. Now, here's a list of where your money will go the furthest. Coming in at number 5, Alabama, where $1 million lasts you 19 years and 7 months. Wow. Very close. Number 4, Kansas. $1 million will get you 19 years and 9 months. Oklahoma at number 3 with 19 years, 11 months. Mississippi is number 2. It gets you 19 years and 11 months as well. And the number 1 place where your $1 million goes the furthest right now is West Virginia with 20 years and 3 months. That is crazy. Are you guys surprised by this list? Drop your state in the comments below and I'll tell you exactly how much $1 million will take you. Peace. Here's how much.
I think that's you because that's just bare necessities. Like that ain't going on vacation.
That ain't enjoying life. That's just
that ain't you got a tornado or a hurricane come or any unexpected medical bills. That ain't getting jiggy on in one weekend. That ain't buying a birthday present for somebody. That's very, very skewed. Then just to add to that, $1 million, he didn't include inflation.
Right.
So that's today's price.
Today, yeah, that's what it like. Yeah, nothing changed today.
Yeah, so that $1 million, you might as well cut that in half. Everything he said, you probably cut that in half. If not,
Yeah, if you're in your 30s or 40s,
yeah, so cut that in half. 20 years from now, 25 years from now, when we retire. And then the third thing I would say is that. Would you want to live in any of them 5 states? West Virginia?
I'm from Alabama. I'm about to go home when it's time to retire.
I mean, the thing about Alabama's number 5, but you got to watch this. You got to tread lightly in Alabama. There's certain parts, but I definitely wouldn't want to live in West Virginia. You call the cops, they ain't coming. You know what I mean? So
I don't know nothing about West Virginia. I can make it in Alabama.
Yeah, Mississippi, West Virginia, that's the least desirable states in the union. Would you really want to live there? So, I mean, is that a life? So
it depends on what you're looking for.
Right. So my point is, if you retire at 65, right, $1 million ain't gonna cut it. It ain't gonna last you to 85. So you got to kick the bucket early.
Yep. I'll get back to work.
So $1 million. So if you if you ain't got $1 million, that's the bare minimum. You're gonna need 4 or 5 of them things.
Mm-hmm.
At least. That's just and you seen that was bare minimum.
Right.
That ain't if you want to go, to grab your steak or something.
That ain't happening.
That if you want to go, to catch a flight somewhere, that's bare minimum.
Oh no, you ain't going nowhere.
You ain't going nowhere. That's in the house, just breathing.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
In the house growing your own food.
I mean, so Nah, I mean that list is huge. You're gonna need 4 or 5 of them things to retire. This is real spill. A lot of people take this for play. This is real life. Like,
Yep.
yeah, So, TJ said, "No, I want to live in California where the average house is $1 million." Shit, that's now. That's for a shack.
Right.
We live in Texas, so that'll be like my dog kennel will be the size of $1 million house in California.
And then
So
you got to worry about earthquakes and fires.
right, and then you don't talk about it. What is that's with the Kamala thing they got going out there, where anything less than $1,000 not considered theft.
Right.
Yeah. So that's why they raiding those stores like they do, because they didn't change the law. Like, if you can steal anything, like $999 is not prosecutable out there or whatever.
I know that.
That's why they got all them store looting, and they got something called bipping out there in the Bay, where they cracking your window and breaking in. As long as they don't steal nothing over $1,000, it's not prosecutable.
That's crazy.
So, that's what y'all trying to put in, man. Y'all want the California politics throughout the whole nation, man. We're gonna war zone, war zone time. You know what I'm saying? So
they're getting crazy in Houston.
I mean, it's gonna be even more crazy because with the California people move from California to Texas because they can't take it out there. They got so wicked. Said gas is $7 a gallon out there.
And now they want to charge people with EVs for having EVs because they ain't got enough people paying tax on gas.
Well, the EV thing is stupid too. Like they want everything to be electric in the next 11 years, and then we ain't got the infrastructure. I think I got something on. I think I see. Let's run. That's a perfect sense. We run that Tesla clip. I think that's one of the last ones I sent. In fact, if you ain't got it, I'm about to send it again to you.
Let me see. I don't see no. Hold up.
Hold on.
Minimum wage. This is running. I was just sitting here. Minimum wage, and this is.
I thought I sent it to you.
Just sitting here having.
No, I don't have it.
Hold on a second.
Let's see. Nah.
Okay. Well, run something next. I'm gonna find it here in a second. But it was testing, really testing the durability of that Tesla truck is terrible. So, yeah.
Oh yeah, you be sitting there waiting for that thing to charge all day.
It's fast, but that's about it. It's not durable.
76% lower than the US. Rent is 73% cheaper. The crime rate is 61% lower. And you could live comfortably with $1,550 a month. You could grab a ticket right now and be there in literally a few hours. More on that in a bit. Live the bachelor dream when rent ranges from $320 to $820 for a one-bedroom apartment. Groceries cost around $135 to $225 per month. Utilities $69, fast internet $12, and a cell phone plan $8. A date at a nice restaurant costs about $13, or splurge on a luxury meal for $28. Stand out easily when the average income here is $475 a month, which you can easily make by going to nomadickingdom.com. Being the breadwinner is easy when renting a 3-bedroom house between $820 to $2,000 per month. The average 3-bedroom home costs $144,000 to $240,000. Local families live comfortably on $3,350 a month. Ready to pack your bags? All you need is to pay the $25 fee on entry, and you can stay for 30 to 90 days. Then, you can go to a neighboring country for a few days and repay the re-entry fee infinitely. Want to move to Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, where the cost of living is 76% lower than the US?
Yeah, man, they making those
That's crazy.
Vietnam, Thailand, they making Asia looking tantalizing, man. It's like if you fall short of that $5 million, if you take that $1 million, you can live like a king out there.
Yeah.
So it almost you might have to abandon the US, take that $1 million and go to Thailand somewhere. I just had working on this house, man. I got one of them dudes from Home Depot to help me on some projects. Dude from Guatemala. He said he come out here like every 3 weeks, make his bread, and then go back home. He said he live in like a villa, nice, like I think he said 3-bedroom house. He said he paid $200 a month.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, so he got fruit and all that he growing in the backyard, man. TJ said his question: can baby boomers retire? Yeah, I mean, because they lived on a different footprint. Like they got houses for $30,000-$40,000, and then by the time they retired, it was $1 million. You know, especially in California and different spots like that. You know, even some parts here in Texas, like they got these houses back in the 60s, 70s that was real cheap, and now they several $100,000. So
and they getting eating up all the Social Security.
Right.
So
Social Security
anybody come after that, it's a wrap.
Right. So Social Security available. So yeah, they can retire, especially if they put some money away in like different investments and stuff like that. So yeah, they might be the last generation that can do it. Our generation is shaky. Like this depends. If these migrants keep coming in, they got 20 million. So so far migrants coming in, they're gonna eat up all the reserves and shit. They might not have Social Security by the time I retire.
That's what they're saying. It's probably not going to exist.
Right. So it's like,
and shit, like my pops retired. Fortunately, he got real estate to fall back on because, if he was banking on like the 401k, he retired right after like the whole COVID hit. Right. So everything just crashed.
Right.
Including 401k. So if you're just banking on that, it would have been ugly. You'd still be working right now.
Right. I mean, that's the whole thing, is to really get you up out of here at 75, and then you the last you're on that smudget budget the last 10 years of your life. Yep. So that's and then you spend up all your money in your 50s and 60s trying to go on vacation, trying to reclaim that stuff, the memories that you ain't do, when you were young because you was working so much. So it's all it's all catch up, So what I was to say is when are people going to take a stand? Like, when are you going to take 3 to 5 years and just bury yourself into doing the extras that it's going to take to actually go to the next level? That's my whole game plan, is like, and while I'm young, I know that sounds crazy with a guy with grades, but still young. Go hard until I get that Penta or Dessa million.
And while you're gonna go ahead and get some doggone life insurance.
Right.
No doubt. I see somebody else with a GoFundMe.
Right. That's another thing. That's another thing. You mentioned another good thing too. Let me read this. I'm 28. I see a lot of Gen X people from my generation talking down on baby boomers. I understand now. Yeah, I mean, because they be the last probably of the Mohicans to really live that, where they can retire responsibly and stuff like that. I think we're gonna be ass out like princess pants. If you didn't take precautions and just take a stand while you're early in life, you might be ass out. Our generation.
And not just that, they were like the I think the last generation to really be like, you gotta go to college and get education to like survive out here to succeed. And our generation, when they did it and found out that ain't the case.
Well, another thing is college used to be kind of affordable back then. College got outrageous, like it's like you need it's the price of a house.
Well, if you look at it, even with recessions and everything, one thing that never dropped was tuition. It went up every year.
Tuition steadily going up. So college was affordable back then. You could, you could get a degree for little or nothing. Now it's like, you got student loans. I could tell who, what nationality they are, what culture they from by their credit profile. I could tell it's a black woman, about, not only by the surname, but by how many student loans she got.
And not just, and I was gonna say, not just having a degree, you got to have masters, PhDs to even compete now, because a bachelor's ain't nothing.
Right, exactly. So it's like
everybody got that.
If it ain't STEM, science, technology, engineering, mathematics, or something like that, it's you pretty much wasting your time. I know it's the experience and all that, but you paying 100,000, 6 figures to get an experience. And then you still gonna be entry level when you get out anyway. You're still gonna be in insurance.
You get your diploma, you're making 6 figures, but you're spending so much on
Right.
the loan, and then you on the on the loan for that you got for financial aid, then you look for a mortgage to get approved for a loan with a mortgage. They're looking at that like, I don't know, player.
Right. Let me ask you this: since you went to HBCU and I went to PWI, did folks work hard in college, or were they bullshitters in college too?
I mean, it was some. Like, I think that's across the board, no matter if it's a HBCU or not. You got people that really took what they did serious and wanted to, do something with their lives and actually start a career. Because one thing that they push, I went to Tennessee State and I went for engineering. One thing they push, like, you got to get this education, and not just that, take these summers while you're in school and go get some experience.
Right.
Like, and the thing is, like, these companies ain't just gonna hire you. Like, you got to show, like, I'm excelling, I'm doing well in class, and then they'll give you a shot. But just because you are in school, no, mean you're gonna get somebody to take a chance on you and give you some experience.
Right. But I'm talking about, did you see study groups and tutoring and taking the extra steps and
yeah, and so and like I said, with engineering, so we took a lot of math. I was actually a math tutor.
right.
So it's like I was helping a lot of people with like algebra, pre-cal, stuff like that. So those people that actually wanted to learn and do better, and then there was some just like, shoot, I'm here, but we about to go kick it tonight.
Right. Right.
So it's just all like it's just depending on the person.
So I guess it's what I'm just trying to see just check out a theory, because like I said, it was from my experience in the PWI, our culture was bullshitters. You know what I mean? They worked hard, not really even work hard, but they took football more serious. They took the sports more serious than the education.
Yeah.
And then even with that, you very seldomly see, people doing anything extra. They really relied on their talent. Even at football, you'll see some of the very, very seldom you'll see somebody work after practice.
Yeah.
And then it won't be us. So like it was bare minimum type stuff. Even in the summer workouts and stuff like that, it'll just be, all right, what's on the page? All right, let me cut the corner on that. And I'm just doing this today. So it'll be still cutting corners and still expecting maximum results.
Yep. I'm trying to think of that documentary we were talking about Randy Moss and like the people that he came up with, like a lot of them were still on the same corner.
Right.
Because they was doing the same thing, but he wanted more. So he actually put in the work and got out of there. But the ones that was just doing, the average didn't really care.
Right.
So as soon as they didn't make it to the league or whatever they had planned didn't work out, shoot, they right there on the corner.
Right. Right. So I'm just brainstorming, like, so it's not really I guess I think it's just the person. Very, very seldom you seen somebody actually work hard, and it was mainly the agent students that would actually take it academics very, very serious. Like they ain't just want to make an A; they wanted to make 100. So you didn't see that and then now you look at the. My generation, look at who's on top. You got the Southeast Asians with the Indians, you got the Jews, you know what I mean? So they making the most money.
Think about it. PWIs, they didn't want us unless we were athletes.
Right. And there was athletes,
trickled down, they even trickled down to high school and junior high. Like if you were good at a sport, then you had somebody doing your homework, taking your tests. Exactly. And that just followed them all the way to college. So they learned, it's like, all right, as long as I can carry this ball, shoot this ball, do something with this rock, shoot, I got somebody else take care of the other stuff.
Right.
And then you get to the point where I'm good in college, but I ain't good enough for professional. Then what you falling back on? A general studies degree. So you end up what you gonna do then?
They work at a local car dealership. That's fan of,
Right.
fans of the college
Yep.
sport. But nah, that's what I learned in college, man. Like, again, I had like Asian girlfriend that did her and her brother did all my projects. I had, you know what I'm saying? I had, a Spanish girlfriend. She did all my, book reports and all that stuff. All my, you know what I mean? So I know how to manipulate the system.
Yeah, but you look at the HBCU, and like the athletes are black, like the students are black. So it ain't just somebody there because they got an athletic scholarship. You got like actual people that have been valedictorians, salutatorians, like scholars, excelling in high school, coming to college to do something with their lives. So I think that's one of the big differences. Because man, so I'm from Alabama, right? So we don't have protein. So our teams are Alabama, Auburn. And my team is Auburn. So I did a trip, one of those campus visits to Auburn. And I think it's probably like during the summer or something, or like off season. So I'm on the yard walking around. I'm looking around. I don't see not one black face.
Right.
I was like, oh yeah, I forgot it's off season. The majority of the black students are athletes, so they ain't here.
Right. That's another thing. During the summer, when I stay in the summer, nobody be there working out. I'll be the only one out there working out and stuff like that. So it's just like it's it never, even at your craft, it wasn't, working hard at it, So teacher says, so Trump is the best person to vote for because in 2000 the economy was jumping. Yeah, I don't want to make this a political show. It's just a matter of you look at his policy. I just don't like the setup. You see the how they playing it. And a blind man can see how they playing it. It's amazing to me that we fall in line with this. Like, all right, you seen that the dude wasn't right, which is Biden. You covered it up. Nobody voted for, I'm gonna go ahead and put it, go ahead and run it. This, tag her in. She ain't win nothing. I'm gonna just give it up to go ahead. She ain't, nobody voted for her. So they covered this thing up. They been know this dude wasn't already right. And nobody ain't saying nothing. And then we talk about they at least have a runoff or something. Nobody voted for her, so they just stick her in there. And then she ain't saying nothing. All right, well, let her speak. Come, go to the Lions then and talk. You supposed to be the president. You should be able to defend your positions. I ain't doing no talking. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can't even interview. So I can't even get at your what you plan on doing for the next 4 years. You know what I mean? So they plan it like, all right, let the machine work. So they go to showing, they showing you it's a machine. It ain't about the candidate. It's the man, insert whoever. The machine go to working for you.
Yeah, you gotta know how politics work. Look at the policy, see what aligns with what you're trying to achieve.
So it's like, man, we falling for the opie dope. And see the reason why they don't like Trump, because Trump's an outsider. He can't be controlled. He didn't take that bread. He got his own bread. Don't forget the military-industrial complex. With the Bush and all the rest of them, he kind of disrupted that. It was going to be back and forth. My people, your people, it don't matter because we all the same people. Trump came and disrupted the whole thing. You see what I'm saying? Like, all right, where this dude come from? And people actually, they joke, this dude a joke, right? Y'all ain't gonna vote for him. They voted for him, you know what I'm saying? And boom, he got in, and then he really did what he said he was gonna do. So like, all right. You know what I mean? So like,
and it's funny because it really don't matter if you're Democrat or Republican, because he was Democrat first too.
It's not about that. It's about the machine.
Yeah.
Versus the actual what they paint. What they actually paint ain't really what it is. And see, that's the reason why they say Trump lying, because he really tell you now this is how it's supposed to, this is how it is. And they say it's lying because that's not what we painting. So now you can't say that. You see what I'm saying? So you really, if you can't see the machine, you blind. Look at the sequence. Look at the events. Boom, 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 boom. You type in Trump assassination, you got to put the whole thing in. They try to bury it. The whole thing is in bed with each other. You know what I'm saying? Anybody got popped? Let Barack Obama got popped at. Man, we would still be hearing about that. Look how that shit got swept up. Crazy, bro. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we sleep just like with the COVID thing. Like people putting on masks. So let me get this straight. You eat, you go on the mask, you go in there with the mask, you take the mask off to eat, then you put back on the mask, and that's supposed to save something? Like, what we doing, bro? Like, man, this is crazy, bro. This is crazy. Like, man, it's like, and then we thought the rednecks are crazy. Redneck, oh man, they ain't putting on the mask. They crazy. Nah, they're like, man, this is stupid. I'm not putting on no damn mask. It's like I'm tripping on how we fell in line. We fall in line. We fall for the open dope.
Hey.
Yeah, the mass is dumb. Masses, dumbasses.
I'm gonna play this clip.
Yeah, let me run the clip.
This is the future of real estate right here. And when
This is a perfect segue too.
Hundreds of thousands of homes, it's because there's no way to house all of these people coming into the country. The government will announce a program, which they started in Chicago, to start paying their rent. That's when these corporations are going to provide these houses and be the biggest collectors of guaranteed rent in the world. So I highly recommend that you buy you some real estate, get ready for these programs, and start collecting these guaranteed rents. Corporations didn't buy these houses to start dealing with people with jobs, late payments, and evictions. It was to become the biggest collector of guaranteed rent. Read my description for more information on how to be a part of these programs. And remember to always seek knowledge. Peace.
He said,
God damn it, we've been fooled again. We did the same thing with Katrina. Let's go ahead and spark the event. Let's go ahead and get these hurricanes souped up on steroids. Then I'm gonna go ahead and put y'all in these houses, right? For free.
Hey, that's gonna be the next best thing from Section 8 for that guaranteed money.
Man, I was wondering why they're buying up all these houses, man.
That's why they got the whole BTR, build to rent.
Right, build to rent. And then you're gonna own nothing and love it. Exactly what they said. Think about it. Why would I mess with Section 8 and the government gonna pay this for sure? I got that check coming in and I can triple charge. I'm gonna get filthy rich. They gotta go somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
That was smart, bro. Man, we playing checkers, bro. Everybody, they playing chess. We playing checkers, man. We playing Candyland.
Candy Crush.
Remember Candyland?
We talking about not doing Section 8, or we talking about do Section 8?
Nah,
talking about how they snatching up whole communities for build to rent for immigrants.
Right.
I got you.
And it's guaranteed through the government.
They connected the dots because the 20 million people gonna have them.
It's the next best thing since Section 8 for getting guaranteed rent.
That was brilliant. That was brilliant. I wonder, man, that was brilliant. The machine is a beast, bro.
Mm-hmm.
The machine is a beast, man. The machine is a beast. That's wild. That's wild. I mean, I never connected the dots. He connected the dots for me. That's genius. TJ said politics and religion kills a lot of relationships and a lot of people as well. Don't forget the Crusades of Christ and all that stuff. You can talk about it. You can't talk like this around families, right? Yeah, man, that was part of the Matrix 4. If you're a fan of the Matrix 4 dealt with how they updated the program where the agents now were just regular people. So that was a foreshadowing as well. How the actual system has become the people. The people are the agents of the system now. They're so embedded in them. So it's like it's almost to the fact of, you're outsider if you speak against the system. It's like they can't wake up. It's like this is what they say, so this is how it is. And you can't peek behind that curtain at all. Like, you don't take that much brain power to figure this stuff out. But you can't see what it's called cognitive dissonance. You can't see, blind. It's crazy. But I'd like to welcome Corey to the show.
What's up, fellas?
Not much, man.
Good.
Awfully late. I said this would have to be one of those long shows, bro, but we walking it down slow, man. The whole thing is the whole premise is do you work hard. But we going off on different facets and stuff like that, different angles. But it's part of what I'm talking about is that even that has something to do with the little tangent I went on about politics in the government. People don't even work hard enough to see what's going on. They don't want to know what's going on. They don't even work hard enough to get the info from cable news stations and stuff like that. That's why podcasts are kind of taking over, because people kind of, certain people kind of seeing, hey, this stuff is skewed. Like, what I mean? It's like, it's smart. So it is what it is. Certain people waking up, most people are not. So the masses are not. Very few people are waking up.
Here's the thing, to touch on that. When you talk about podcasts, I think podcasts are starting to catch on the popularity of them because of the authenticity of it. For a lot of these news stations and news outlets and things like that, there's somebody behind them that's trying to push an agenda for whatever reason. Either somebody giving money, or they're trying to get a politician, to do this, that, and the third, or whatever the case may be. When you got these podcasts that come out, you just got regular folks. You ain't got nobody behind them trying to push an agenda. It's just they gonna get on there and tell you how they feel, like it or not.
Right. And
that's the thing I love about the podcast.
And the thing about the podcast is that they're trying to censor YouTube, especially. Like they banned a lot of people like Tate and Fresh and Fit, and they got like 10 people on this particular FBI list. So they banned a lot of people. A lot of people moving to Rumble and Truth Social. So like it's crazy that it's supposed to be free speech, but they'll take down your platform for talking. It's crazy, But you can run the next one. Let's get into the next one.
I'm gonna show one that I sent you the other day.
Gotcha.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Printing money because they're going to end the dollar. They're going to collapse the dollar through hyperinflation and transition to a digital currency. They're printing the money. They're then sending the money over there. Little Zelensky gets to keep part of it, and he gets to buy some yachts and some big houses and all this shit. The rest of it comes back to political PACs or individual people that are in the government. Those people are taking the money, buying assets that will bridge from this monetary system to the next. Then you sell the new asset on the new currency, and you're rich in the new currency.
I will tell you, there's a lot of believability to what he just said, okay? And there's no question that the military-industrial complex is what's behind all that money going to Ukraine. It has nothing to do with Ukraine and Russia. It has to do with that money's all circulating back to politicians and circulating back to the military-industrial complex here. Hopefully they don't deplatform me for that comment, but it's the truth. I hope they don't go to a digital currency. I think it's inevitable. I don't know if you know this, but in the last 4 years, 80% of the currency in the United States has been printed. Since Biden came in for office, 80% of the U.S. currency was printed. Up to 2020, only 20% had been printed. Since then, another 80% has been printed. I don't blame Biden. He's a puppet. The bottom line is that it's pretty easy to understand why there's inflation. Really, I think hyperinflation absolutely is possible. It'll be a horrible thing to happen, because it'll break down supply chains and everything else. I think people could starve if it happens. Pray to God it doesn't happen. So some of what he says really makes sense to me. You believe what you want to believe, but I do think the shit's about to hit the fan. I really do. I think there's incredible opportunity coming as well to buy assets that cash flow. Because here's the thing, with inflation helps when you buy multifamily or other real estate. It helps because your rents are going to continue to go up. When you buy it, your debt is locked at a certain amount. The value will go up because it's based on a multiple of the net income. Now, if you want to learn about this stuff, get your butt to my boot camp. I've got a 3-day 3-day live in-person boot camp coming up in Orlando, November 8th, 9th, and 10th. It's not a big sales pitch. It's just me teaching you. It's not a bunch of different people talking about different things. It's about this business, everything from finding deals to finally managing those deals, everything in between, financing them, raising money for them, syndicating, joint venture, the whole business, soup to nuts. I teach you for 3 days. So November 8th, 9th, and 10th, put boot camp in the comments. So we'll send you the link and go to the bottom of that website and see what hundreds and hundreds of people have said about my events, because we pull out the Facebook posts and the Instagram posts and we put them in there, and you'll see why you need to come. You'll be convinced you need to come. And I promise you'll be glad you came. I'll see you there.
They're printing.
Right. I mean, yeah. I mean, he made a bunch of good points, man. Like I said, a lot of stuff. Again, like I don't want to get my dance around stuff because I don't want to get deplatformed either. You know what I mean? So all of a sudden, start watching my stuff.
Nah, I mean, the essence is like, don't rely on just being liquid with cash. Put that money into an asset that's going to grow. And one of the best things that's going to grow with time is real estate, especially if you're in one of these areas where it's highly attractive to the rest of the country or the rest of the world, where people are coming here, like Houston, for example. You got people coming here from every coast, not just the country, but around the world too. So
almost too much.
Yeah, I mean, it is too much.
Yeah, it's almost getting too out of there.
Traffic is crazy right now.
Right, and you got a bunch of
no matter what time of day.
Hey, it's like 10 in the morning. I'm trying to get someone. Like, do these people not work? Like, where all these people come from?
Right.
We was in trouble when all the celebrities, well, not all the celebrities, but a lot of celebrities started talking about they was moving to Houston.
Yep, and now I posted on my Instagram, Chevron is relocating their headquarters to Houston.
Right.
Yep.
So that's gonna bring a gang of people.
More
with
people.
Them. Yep.
So
45 expansion can't come fast enough.
Man,
Because we gonna need it.
I stay with 45 at all costs. Right now.
Well, that's the thing, man. He said a whole bunch of stuff in there. That's what I said. The military-industrial complex. A lot of people don't realize what that is. I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all Google that, man. But that's behind what's going on. Don't forget that a lot of time of these wars are just to sell missiles and tanks and stuff. It's the demo. You know what I mean? So you got to realize what's going on, and I'm gonna just leave it like that. But yeah, he's a lot right with puppets is about switching out the puppets, same hand, different sock. And that's what it's about. So and it's about who play ball. I can't believe my thing is the only thing I'm tripping out is that it don't take a rocket science to understand this. It's like, do people not want to understand, or is the dream better than reality? So that's the thing, and it kind of ties to what we're saying. It's like it's easy to get success, to garner success, because all you got to do is do with everything possible, focus on something, get a game plan, and focus on it, and you'll achieve it. It's promised to you. However, most people don't do it because the dream of it falling out of the sky feels better than actually doing the work. And that's how people, people don't read anymore, so they get their information from sports commentators or commentators, political commentators. It's secondhand regurgitation. It's the lazy way.
Yeah, and like I said, goals without actions is just a dream.
Right. So
like you got to do something, and that's a good segue into this next video.
Yeah, we living vicariously.
Times when you get up early and you work hard. Those times when you stay up late and you work hard. Those times when you don't feel like working, you're too tired, you don't want to push yourself, but you do it anyway. That is actually the dream. That's the dream. It's not the destination, it's the journey. And if you guys can understand that, you won't accomplish your dreams. Your dreams won't come true. Something greater will. Those times when you get up early and you work.
I mean, that's why he's my favorite of all time, man. He was just built different. You know what I'm saying? I ain't just talking about his game. I think he just willed his game. He just willed his way into becoming one of the greatest in the conversation, if he's not the greatest. So he wasn't, he was.
He just willed it. He worked it too.
Yeah, I mean that's what I meant. He bent his will. He did everything necessary, like we were just saying, to make himself in the conversation with the greatest.
Yep.
And it happened, even though he ain't had the physical attributes like LeBron or or even Jordan. He made himself great. And you could do the same thing, but you got to do all the extras.
And then one thing he did, even though he worked hard, he learned from the ones that did it before him. So
Right.
he wasn't reinventing the wheel. He was going to Elijah Wan and Jordan's like, how you do this, how you do that. Scottie Pippen, how you D up like this. So he was learning from the ones that was excelling at it. But he took that and just took it to the next level too.
But here's the thing, where a lot of people struggle with that is pride. You know what I'm saying? Right? Because it takes getting rid of and eliminating your pride for you to go to somebody else that's doing it better than you to be like, hey man, how you did that? Or how you doing that? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do I need to change? You know what I'm saying? It takes a certain amount of humility for somebody to get over themselves to become great. And not everybody has that characteristic in them.
And not just that, they ain't gonna do it for free either. Like you're gonna have to pay to get that game.
Yeah.
A lot of people wanna pick your brain over lunch for free and try to get some knowledge instead of like, hey, let me pay you for this information that is taking you years, maybe decades to learn.
Yeah. Right. Most people want it for free. Most people, if they can't get it for free, they don't want it. And most people just want you to hand them everything anyway. Most people, even if you do give them knowledge, you're not gonna do anything with it. They're not gonna bust a grape, So, and then I like the Mamba mindset. That's why I have that on my board. You know what I'm saying? I always have Black Mamba on the board, so Black Mamba. You know what I'm saying? That Mamba mentality is. See how he reversed it? He said, "Man, the dream is the work." Like that's the dream, So a lot of people want the dream to be the fruit, the relaxation, and the luxury. That's not the dream.
And
the dream is
byproduct.
That's the byproduct of the dream. So the dream is the actual work. So he switched up the mentality, and that's how you got to do. I think Mattress Mac, my mentor, his nephew did. I'm gonna say this, and then we can go to the next clip. He said something interesting. He willed his way to become one of the coaches at UH, and then he was like a JV coach for like a high school around here. But what he said is that how he got on is he did everything other coaches ain't willing to do. Like, man, look, whatever clean jock straps. Look, you want me to pick up trash and I'll do that. Whatever the coaches don't want to do, I'll do it. And he got people start teaching him, and they're like, all right, man, all right, boom, 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 and then he got on. So it's like you got to do stuff that people are not willing to do in order to be successful. With the competition not willing to do, you got to do it.
Sometimes the humility part is to start at the bottom and then work your way to the top. When I played ball, there was a what we call managers. Managers is the guys that in college they watched it, they watched it do all this other stuff. I had a gentleman that always told me, he wanted to be a head coach one day, and for sure he was on his way. He started off as an equipment manager, but now he's the lead assistant over at or one of the lead assistants over at USC. Which is a major D1 basketball program. And it just goes to show, that you can't land at the top of the hill. Sometimes you just got to start from the bottom and work your way on up. But you can eventually get there, but you just got to stay focused.
Right. And not what we seeing on with the social media age and the Zillennials is that, everybody's showing the fruit. So everybody want to start off as CEO. And then they don't want to post, or they don't want to they don't want to show themselves, or they don't want to go through the process of being at the bottom. It just is what it is. I mean, you gotta eventually crawl before you fly and walk. It just is what it is. People want to skip that process, and that's part of the journey. The roots is at the bottom for a reason. That's your foundation.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Set it and grow.
What's the next one? I know we got one with the female on there. I know that for sure.
I'm dropping this Umar.
Oh yeah, I had Umar as well.
Have to learn
I'm not a fan of Umar, but I like this one.
so you can be in a position to do what you want. Half of all life is doing what you don't want to do. If you cannot get comfortable doing what you don't want to do, you'll never be in a position to do the things that you would like to do. You have to learn how to do what you don't like so you can be in a position to do what you want. Half of all life is doing what you don't.
Right. So yeah, they kind of echo right on time. Yeah. I mean, I like this one. I'm not a super fan of Umar, but I like that particular clip right there. I mean, if we did what we want to do, I had an argument with
Umar. You're not a fan of Umar.
Nah.
Pan-Africanism. What you doing, B? What's going on, man? You know what I'm saying?
Until he's where his school at, man.
What? Where his school at? What you mean?
Yeah, where the school at? Yeah, I want show me a school, then I might be a fan. You know, the school we've been waiting on the school for like 15 years.
I thought he said it's open.
Huh?
I thought he said it's open.
Ain't no school open. Where is school at, man? This dude is we done got swindled, man.
Hold on, so you don't like the man because of a school?
I don't like.
So you must love LeBron, huh?
No, the thing is that you've been taking money, taking donations, and you say you were gonna open a school, you never did. So you're not a man of your word. It's your character. So I don't get down like that. I don't get down with people that don't keep their word. You know, your word got to be your bond. You know what I'm saying? So where the school at? Number one. Then number two is that the Pan-Africanism, bro. Like, come on, man. We're not all from Africa. Earth is our turf. So that's a dead doctrine. That was something that they gave us back in the 40s and the 50s to keep our mind off of this is our estate. You know what I mean? So we're not all from Africa. You know what I'm saying? So let's cut the BS. So
B just saying it because he want them snows.
that too. I think he's a hypocrite with that though too. He's steadily hollering at the snows. He's steadily getting caught on tape hollering at the snows and hollering at the Spanish, bro. But you want to talk about you gotta.
I thought I saw an interview him saying he had the school, but they kept whoever the powers that be kept getting in the way.
Google it. Dr. Umar school. Where is it? It don't exist.
I mean, it could be called as a bunch of red tape or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
right. You never know.
You never know the background.
Right.
Just spare me the details. Don't tell me about the pain. Show me the baby. Show me the baby. You've been preaching this for 15 years. Where the school at? I don't hear nothing else besides school. Or give everybody their money back. You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
Look, I ain't gonna speak on it because I don't know the details of it.
Yeah, I don't know
nothing about no school.
Yeah,
I ain't researched them. All I know is the clips that I heard. You know what I'm saying? He be preaching facts. You know what I'm saying? That's all I know. I ain't went into the man personal business about, you know what I'm saying, snows and big toes and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't I keep it strictly above board. You know what I'm saying? You know, he talks some good stuff.
I'm definitely not a person that talks about, you know, don't tear down the message, look at the message. Even his message is flawed. Pan-Africanism is dead. That never has been where Pan-African, where we all African. That Dashiki, my brother, that's gone, bro. We never all got along. That is dead. You know what I'm saying? There's nations. What tribe you from? It's a tribal. We tribal people. This is what it is. And then we're not all from Africa. African American is a bogus term. That's a misnomer. You know, in that case, Elon Musk is African American. You know what I mean?
I don't know about all that, but do you agree? Do you agree with his video? You know what I'm saying? That's the question.
I agree with that video. Yeah.
Take the personal out of it. Do you agree with the video?
I agree with that video, but his overall message is Pan-Africanism, which I don't agree with Pan-Africanism. So
I mean, I don't know enough about the man to speak on it, but you know what I'm saying, you know. Okay.
I don't think we all from Africa. Some of us from Australia, some of us from America, some of us from Asia, some of us from Europe. We're from all over. Earth is our turf.
I think we need to move on to the next video because I think that touched the nerve for B. I think that touched the nerve for B. On that
Anything I say, I can back it up. I don't just be talking. There's reasons why, So I just ain't. I don't like him because I don't like him. He cool. If we was to talk today, that mother cool. It's all love, but I just don't agree with you. And
I'm just saying, you made me forget about the doggone videos talking about snow and pink toes and all this other stuff. I completely forgot what the video was about. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to be commenting on the video.
Hey, that was CJ. No, I had to throw that 2 cents in there. Yeah, I agree with him. He's steadily hollering at the snows. But you against it. I think that's another thing. That's another reason. I think we need to, and I said this before, I think we need to go ahead and do like a Saints. I mean, not a Saints, but a bad NFL team, and go ahead and crash that and get that #1 draft pick.
Oh yeah, that was the Saints.
Yeah, I ain't the Saints. You know what I'm saying? That was a Freudian slip. But the Saints did it before when he got Reggie Bush, and they ain't never looked back since then. You know what I'm saying? But we need to go ahead and get rid of everybody and start it over. I've always said that, and I think we need to mix in with other coaches that got, the coaches that we need. I think the culture right now is trash. I think we need to go ahead and implode it and do something else with it.
Whoa.
Hey man, I'm going to the next video.
Did you say get rid of all the black folks and start over?
Nah, get rid of the trash culture, the degenerate culture, and then start all over. Start all over with something else.
Which culture you referring to, B?
I'm talking about, the
ratchet.
The ratchet culture.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I think we need to redefine the whole thing and then, start all over. Or to separate. All right, you got ratchets over here, and you got, quote unquote black folks over here. And we two separate things. Don't associate me with, because now they associate me with that, and I'm not that.
So then now we going down a rabbit hole. I just gotta know, you know what I'm saying, for entertainment purposes. Right. You know what I'm saying? How do you decipher the black folks from the ratchets? How you going?
Martin Luther King said you should judge a man by not the color of his skin, by the content of his character. Okay. So you judge somebody by the content of their character. Just to go. Yeah.
But hey, they bumping that sexy red in the cut here, and they go on the other side.
Yeah, right. Is that what we talk about, B? Yeah, they bumping sexy red. You over there.
Sexy red is the role models, and this over sexualized, hypersexual.
Y'all like Cardi B, get on over there. You know what I'm saying? Is that what we doing?
Yeah, we just need to go ahead and start it over, man. Get, in 1920, we said that's what the grade were. We were outpacing our counterparts. There wasn't no sexy red in that bunch. We were dressed accordingly. We were suited and booted and working, and we were handling our business. So it could be done.
Let me throw out a disclaimer. The views and point of view of B Dix does not reflect not reflect the panel on the podcast. You know what I'm saying? Let me put that disclaimer out there.
Well,
that's trying to get us canceled.
No, I mean that's just straight up. I think it's the free thinking black male, like quote unquote. It needs to be. It needs to be done. We need to break away. I mean, I said it in the last podcast. We need to break away and start our own little groups and stuff like that. I think the way they typecasting us and we letting it happen is degenerate. It's cool. Degenerate is cool. And you can't.
They separate, you know what I'm saying? They call it masterminds. You know what I'm saying? They got mastermind real estate groups. They got mastermind business owner entrepreneurs. Right. You know what I'm saying? They, right. You ain't necessarily got to genocide everybody.
No, not genocide. It's just that we need to separate or create something new. Which I think we need to splinter off. And I think this election you're gonna see with this election. They got a large group about to splinter off.
Hey, on the real though, like having a young daughter, I'm like, man, I'm about to bring back arranged marriages or something.
Or go
I don't,
go
I don't
somewhere.
need you picking no bonehead. I don't need you picking no bonehead as my son-in-law.
Hey,
Well, that's the thing.
just like back in the day, it'd be like your grandma and them be like, what stock is he from? Who your people?
You're right. Who
you
your
gotta do some serious research now.
Right, exactly. And then you got to look at they trying to make the genders fluid and stuff like that. They feminizing the males so much. It's gonna by the time she get older, they ain't gonna be no males. It's gonna be
it's always gonna be an alpha male somewhere. B, don't do that. Don't do
Man,
that. They ain't getting rid of the male species.
man. They trying. You watching it right before your eyes.
So then, what you need to do, B, is get you a female and procreate. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and put some alpha males in the world.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why we need to go ahead and go to Thailand. Make some.
Oh, here you go. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go.
Some Tiger
I thought
Woods.
you was gonna say sweet.
Yeah, I mean, do that too. So, well, Western European still Western culture. I think we need to go back to like more Eastern culture or South American culture. I think European culture is kind of Western culture. You see what happened at the Olympics. You know what I mean? So, TJ said that's right. The bad thing about the world judge is the world judge black man by the ignorant people from our culture, not the intellectual, logically thinking brothers. I mean, there's a way bigger sample size of the ignorant as opposed to the informed. And I think we got to reverse that if we want to change the image. I mean, you can't get mad at stereotypes when that and that's what we putting out there. You know what I'm saying? It's like you like telling Tesla, man. You know why y'all keep saying we only got electric trucks, electric vehicles? That's because that's what we see. We see electric vehicles all the time. You might have gas, but we ain't seeing them. You know what I'm saying? You got something else? Let me see it.
Yeah, but then at the same time, like we were talking about, those that control the media control the information.
Right.
So
but if you don't give them
doing something, that don't mean that people gonna see it.
Right, but that's why the independent stuff coming out like Rumble and stuff like that.
Right.
So we got to put this stuff out there. The Power of Ownership podcast, we got to show independently thinking black men as free thinking and heterosexual and alpha males that can come together and do something. We got to lead by example. That's what happened with our generation. That's we fell off like as far as the leadership. And you look what happened when you don't have somebody that's leading. You see what happens. Let's go to the next one.
All right, what time is about the last one right here?
Yeah, this is probably like the last one. They got like one or two left, I think.
We're gonna make this the last.
Sitting here having this amazing dinner, and I just realized I just ordered whatever I wanted from this restaurant. I just put on whatever I wanted on Netflix. Before that, I just sat in this whole bathtub and took a lavender bathtub and relaxed. All that while being in the middle of Thailand at 10 p.m. at night. I'm right in the middle of Thailand. In the middle of Thailand. I'm having a moment right now because just to think that all this came from me taking a risk. From me saying that, no, I'm not going to listen to what everyone else is saying. Yes, I hear you, but I know what I want for my life, and I'm going to take this risk. I know it seems scary, but I'm going to do it, and I did it, and hello, and I'm telling you guys this because some of you need to get out of your comfort zone and take that risk because I'm telling you, your dreams are waiting. So I was just sitting here having this amazing dinner.
Oh, this was B video for sure.
I
don't want to hear nothing else. This was B video. B said
You already
this to you without a doubt.
Right. But to speak on what she's talking about, even not just going somewhere to live or go and experience like Thailand or whatever. Like I've had friends, the people that travel internationally, and it's like, oh, don't go there. On the news is saying, it's turmoil or they're fighting and it's wars and stuff. And they go over there. It's like, nah, it's chill.
Right.
Like they push a narrative for specific places that they don't want you to go.
Right.
And then you go over there, be like, oh, I see why. Like, for example, like when I used to work in oil and gas, I worked like in parts of Canada. They go to Cuba every summer. But you listen to what's going, like what they push in the media here. It's like Cuba is terrible, and they over there kicking it, living it, having a great time, and we listening to what they saying in the media over here.
Cuba look fire. They
Yeah.
Especially, you know what I'm saying, when they be out there with the old school cars.
Man, them old school, man. And you already know the food gonna be fire, man.
Come on. I got it on the list. We going. But you know, it's kind of where, you know what I'm saying, media wants to dictate to you what you do. You know what I'm saying? Because they only want to show you half truths or whatever they want you to believe is the truth. But I tell you one thing. I tell you one thing. Media influence or not, I'm not touching Russia. I don't care what y'all say. I am not going. Hey, look, y'all can tell me it's the safest country out there. You know, no, sir. I'm not going. Nowhere near.
Right. You gotta, before we go out, you gotta play that Richie Rich video, man. We got that's the note we gotta end on. We gotta end we gotta end the show with that Richie Rich.
Bro, you still ain't commented on the video, B.
I'm about to do. I'm about to make sure you got that Richie Rich video.
Look, is you going over there?
Yeah, I'm going to Thailand.
What Richie Rich video?
Hold on, let me send it to you again. But yeah, I like everything. I like the eye candy. I like that. You know what I'm saying? I like everything about the video. But yeah, if you don't take a chance, I'm taking a chance right now with, you know, even with moving out further in Houston and getting some land, and just I'm taking a chance. I mean, nobody would take a chance on this particular vision I have for this bloodline and stuff like that. So I've got to cash in and do my own thing. So, and every time I've done it, if you put everything that you have into it, you have no choice but to be successful. This is what it is. Like Andrew Tate said, man, it's just. But people are scared to move, and I think it's a lot of time it's just because of what other people say. And I was the same way. I was, you know, I've been in this house 10 years. I was just, you know, scared of, man, you know, hey, what people gonna say? Like, man, but I had to look at it. I don't have people over here like that, so who cares what people say? You know, so
people gonna talk regardless.
It's gonna talk regardless.
You can't let that run your life.
Yep.
It is what it is, man. My man TJ said you can't light a cigarette at Russia. Like, yeah, nah, Russia ain't my thing either. I wouldn't run. You know, it's too cold out there. Like, you know, it's
Give me somewhere warm with no mosquitoes.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like I would do Russia, but Thailand, Vietnam, Philippines, Colombia. I'm looking at Guatemala and Panama,
Honduras.
I'm looking at a couple of them. My cousin out there in Guyana right now. He said he lost 45 pounds in 30 days.
Come on now.
And that's the thing. That's the thing too, bro. It's like you leave here, you could eat the same thing that you would eat here.
You eat the same thing.
It tastes different, and it don't like swell up your body. You have a different reaction to it.
Yeah, we said there's no preservatives. Everything fresh. Fresh fruit, fresh fish. They said he got a restaurant. You order it and you watch them catch it. You know what I'm saying?
And it's still probably like $5.
Yeah, it's $3, something like that. So like, man, we paying $5 to get poisoned, man. You know what I'm saying? All these hot wings and all that stuff, sauce wings and all that stuff, man. I be eating them though, but shoot, you know, sway up. Let this last one get on. The last note, a positive note, man.
What is this you done sent me, man?
Show you the never give up, man. Keep going.
Y'all know where they come for this lap? What we doing? Okay. Pulling up slow from the curb. What we doing? Y'all make some noise for Richie Rich! What we doing? If you ain't know, you need to learn. If you know me, never underestimate the OG. Slid through the block in the drop with the knock, told LR. I'm the cool nigga in the Kevlar. Known for the kiddos and still dropping mid-offs. Bust a game down like an A for blow. Rocked it up, blew my knee. You see that, Joe? Still flowing. Nigga, and I can't stand up. Niggas in the hood call a doc man up. What we doing? Fucking with a nigga on on stage, what we doing? Blew my knee acting out my age, what we doing? I don't really even give a fuck, what we doing? I need some fucking help up, what we doing? Somebody run and call a nurse, what we doing? I done blew my fucking knee first, what we doing? Baby really talk, I can't move, what we doing? I don't know what I'm about to do. Oh, look at that. Yeah. That's a torn lower patella. I blew this one right here. I hate to leave y'all like this, but I had a great. I told you I can't do all that jumping around and shit. Look at my shit, bro. Run it.
Yeah, man.
Man. That's my new line. I'm acting out my age. Boy, I'm acting out my age. That's my new line. Boy, I'm using that.
Hey, the show must go on, man. When you blew in there, you know, keep it professional.
And still flowing.
It's still rocked it.
Still kick the freestyle, man.
Boy.
You know, so that's the thing.
That's the true showmanship right there.
Nah, TJ said that's Richie Rich, man. Bay Area legend, man. I'm a big Bay head, man. So
that ain't Dame. Yeah,
that ain't no rap. Nah, that's Richie Rich, man.
Oh, Dame Dash got. I mean, no, that ain't Dame Dash. It do look like Dame Dash though. It did look like Dame. I thought he was talking about Dame Dollar.
Nah, it's Richie Rich, man. Richie Rich is one of the OGs of mob music, man. Bay Area, early '90s type stuff, man. You know, I'm a huge Bay head, as you can see. You know, I got Mac Dre. Then on the other side, I got Too Short, San Quinn, and I got Dre and 40. So I'm a huge Bay head, man.
Look like a damn art gallery over there, man. All the pictures you got on the wall.
Man, I was saying that. I was saying that the other day. Like, man, I got more artwork than anything. Man, I got a lot of artwork. But I'm an art head. But yeah, man, the show must go on, man. Like I said, no matter what type of sicknesses or ailments you got, man, be professional, keep going, and do you to 100%, man, because it is what it is. By you crying or something like that, he just turned that lemons and made that lemonade for sure. Now that's gonna be legendary.
Crazy.
That's gonna be viral.
Yeah, that's gonna be legendary right there. So I think a lot of times when we get hurt or something like that, it's something programmed in us to make that. Man, a lot of times don't be hurting like that. It is what it is, But yeah, man. With that being said,
Brandon Dunbar.
Now
that's one of my. Got to be a deal, a realtor calling me this late. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm gonna see. Right.
BD with the deal. I feel like we got it. I feel like we need another video. I don't know if that's just me.
Nah, that's you. We out of here.
Peace. I just got on, man. You said we need a new video.
Yeah. With that being said, man, we're gonna see y'all next week, man. Peace.
Later.